Welcome, everybody, to a live episode of the Zip Code. We're now live. We're going to take 30 seconds or so for you guys to all start popping in. But tonight, we have an amazing show. I'm super excited about it. We have Juwan Johnson on the show tonight. So I'm going to say a couple things, and we're going to invite Juwan in, but I'm super excited. This will be the first NFL guest that we've had. We've had, we've had college athletes, we've had D1 basketball players, we have an NBA and a heck of a D1 college basketball player coming up next week. And Joe Crispin, he played for Penn State 2001 when they beat UNC. Joe Crispin even played against Michael Jordan when MJ was with the Wizards. So I hope you all are excited about that. And then we have, after that, who knows? So I'm excited about tonight, though. Just a couple quick things. Actually, you know what? Before I say those quick things, I'm going to bring Juwan in right now. Let's see here. Bringing Juwan in here for a first live edition of the Zip Code.
Hey,
Juwan,
how you doing?
what's up, man?
Nothing much. How's everything?
Good. Where are you at? Are you in California? Or you,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you're
in
not in New
California
Orleans, right?
I'm in California.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming into the Zip Code, man.
Always, man.
There's a lot of people that are dodging me. Let me tell you, there's a lot
Yeah?
of hype. I don't think they can take the heat of the Zip Code. So,
Oh, man. Well, I hope I should be all right.
yeah, I hope so too, man. But I got a nice little Sheets banner behind me. I'm sure you had some experience with Sheets in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, in State College.
Typically, I'm a Wawa fan, but
You're a Wawa fan.
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we'll forgive you, and I think the Sheets sponsorship will forgive you as well. So don't worry about that.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to make a couple announcements real fast, then we'll get to it. So,
Awesome.
for those of you that are live right now on the Zip Code, we got Juwan Johnson. Juwan played in New Jersey for high school. He was one of the top 15 wide receivers in his recruiting class. Came out, played for Penn State, transferred to Oregon, and then from Oregon now he is with the Saints. He was a free agent. Saints picked him up. So we're going to get to a bunch of stuff. But glad, Juwan, you could join us. Glad everybody else could join us as well. We're going to have a lot of fun on the show. This will not be your usual interview. This is supposed to be entertaining. This is supposed to give you guys a glimpse of Juwan's life, some fun stories into the journey of where he got today. We'll have some fun. We'll play some games with them. And Juwan, just so you know, I'm very anti all the boring interview questions that you probably get 24/7.
Yeah.
We're not going to be touching base on a lot of this,
Sounds
man.
good to me, man.
Yeah, so if you can follow, Juwan, you want to say your Instagram and then you want to say your YouTube channel real fast?
Instagram is It's Juwan, ITSJUWAN, and then my YouTube is Johnson Fan.
Yeah, and you got to follow his YouTube channel. I've been watching some of those YouTube videos.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thing that I like about you and your wife is you guys are real. You guys are honest. You guys like to have fun, so it keeps it light. So
absolutely,
that's good stuff. So hey, let's get to some of the let's get to some questions real fast. You coming out of high school, and then we'll jump forward here. But can you tell us a little bit about you coming out of high school and the recruiting process and why you first chose Penn State?
Yeah, come out of Glasgow High School, obviously a small town in Jersey. I guess you could say I was how recruited, but the most part was that I really wanted to stay close to home. So we're close to home where I can have a great experience, great people around Penn State, great fan base, and I think I already said a great education, but just having all of that into one. I think Penn State was that school, and so that's why I also went to Penn State.
Now, for a lot of people that are watching right now and will watch us in the future, they're probably wondering what that recruiting process is like. So, I mean, is James Franklin, is he coming to your front doorstep and knocking, or are they wide receiver recruits, or what does that look like?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy just to have like a coach actually show up to your house. I mean, my brother went through the whole process, and his was a kind of weird way. Coaches came to the house, and I'm just like, man, like these coaches are actually in the house. But when like coaches come to your house and like talk to your parents, trying to influence you to come to their university, it's kind of crazy because they're making an investment on you, and it's so crazy to think that I'm one of those people out of 20 people in the whole class that are going to Penn State, and it was just so surreal to me. Personally, the process wasn't bad. Mine was pretty low key. I didn't really take a lot of visits. I'm not a guy that likes to be in the spotlight. I went to Penn State, only visit, and I committed on the spot. So that's kind of how my whole process went.
Wow. So
Yeah.
did some head coaches show up to your house?
Yeah. I believe Franklin was there, and that was it. I mean, it was so long ago. I think it was maybe him and maybe Coach Gaddis, maybe.
Okay. So I mean, and you were highly recruited by basically everybody. I mean, I read Bama, Ohio State,
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia. I mean, basically everybody you could think of was
Right.
trying to get you, correct?
Right.
Wow. So you go to Penn State, and I'm going to skip ahead to a game that I was actually at. You
Mm-hmm.
make one of the best catches ever, in my opinion, in Penn State history.
Yeah.
The one-handed grab.
Yeah.
I'm still sick to my stomach as a fan, man, about how that game
Yeah.
ended.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Definitely. Definitely. It was I would say I mean I don't even know how you explain it. Yeah. I mean I can't even put into words like sometimes how like even happened. It was just such a reaction. I mean it's something that you practice all the time with your after practice with your friends, just catching the ball. It's just kind of routine. And obviously the way the game ended was was bitter, but I think we kind of needed that during the year because it helped a lot of guys mold together. It was a young team, and I think that game switched on for a lot of people, and it propelled them to have the year that they had this year, and I think that helped them a lot. I think that Ohio State brought a lot of young guys and coping them into this sort of what am I trying to say? Sort of the routine or the aura that we kind of built and it kind of translated into this past year.
right, absolutely. And I think at the time Herb Street was saying on TV that was definitely the catch of the year. I think through week 5.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if was OBJ's one-handed catch before yours or was it after yours? Because I mean,
It was
honestly,
definitely before mine. Yeah, it was definitely before mine.
okay. I mean that's up there, man, in Penn State moments. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sometimes it's kind of crazy how I did it, but it happened.
Right. Yeah. So, and I hope people are going to be asking some questions on Instagram as well. We'll try to get to those. So if you guys have some questions, and then let's move on. I was watching this game at home. We have the next year you at Iowa with a game-winning touchdown grab.
Yeah.
Now, an honest question for you, and one of my buddies reminded me of this today. Was that play drawn up for you, or is that for Deshaun Hamilton?
Honestly, it was a play drawn up for me, and it was kind of crazy that me, out of all the star power that was in that game, like people like Saquon, Trace, Mike, Deshaun, DeAndre was in on that play. All those people that could have got the ball, and I was the one to take it because I put something in my coach's ear saying he's biting on the corner every time. He's biting on the corner. He's biting on the corner. And I told him, "Can we please just hit the post?" And so they trusted me out of everyone else, and yeah, I ended up making a play.
Because when you watch that replay, you're maybe even like it looks like you're a yard in front of Deshaun. Deshaun's in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and it was crazy. Yeah, we didn't plan for that one, but it almost turned out bad. But give thanks to God that it was good.
Absolutely. So after that, then that kind of you still have the undefeated season to look forward to, and then after that, we know what happens later on in the season and whatnot.
For sure, and it's sad, but it's part of life, man.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
so those are some great games, though. A lot of fun to watch. That atmosphere for Ohio State, I'm assuming maybe that was one of the hypest quote unquote atmospheres when we were at home, when you were playing at home against Ohio State. I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Being there is something that's kind of surreal. I mean, you definitely play those games in like NCAA football, and it's kind of crazy to be like, wow, I'm actually here, and you're actually playing, and you're actually involved, and like the game is hyped, the people are hyped. It's just so crazy that on what transpired in the game and the camaraderie between the two, and it was good. I mean, I had a great experience. Like I said, I mean, for me, I take life as a bunch of experiences, and so being in that was crazy.
Yeah. So if we, you look at Saquon leaves, and then Trace obviously graduates as well, and then you start to think, okay, you may transfer. When did you know that you were going to transfer? Was it later in the season, or were you thinking about it during the season?
It was more later, and I don't think it was because of any guys were leaving. Because I had complete trust in Tommy at the time and Sean, but those guys were obviously they were just as good. But those guys are great. I think it was more of me. I graduated, and then I think just the thing how everything happens, I have to leave. I have to move on too. And I think obviously I wasn't thinking at Oregon at the time, but obviously leaving and kind of coming out of my own shell, being my own, not own person, but just like um, leaving. I guess betting on myself.
Yeah.
Betting on myself, doing something different, doing something spontaneous. I think that's something in my life that is kind of weird that I just do things just because it's very rash. But I went out in the transfer portal just on the leap of faith. And so I went to Oregon not knowing what to expect. At Penn State, I had a starting job. People are like, why are you leaving? You have a starting job already. And it's honestly just to prove myself that I can not only do it here, but I can do it somewhere else. And so going to Oregon, getting a spot there, and then doing things there, it proves me that I can do not only here, but somewhere else.
Yeah. So what was that transfer situation like? You put your name in the transfer portal, and all of a sudden coaches start calling you?
Yeah, so you put your name. It's a pretty simple process. You put your name in the portal, or you sign some papers. Your name's in the portal, and then people just start hitting you up. I probably received calls after I submitted my name within 10 minutes, and like my phone was almost freezing because of the amount of texts I was getting. And
Wow.
so I got hit up from FCS schools, FBS schools, a whole bunch of people. But the first call I got was the call from Coach Cristobal. And so I was like, I know this guy. Like, this guy recruited me at Alabama. And they were talking. I'm just like, man, Oregon, like, this is the school I was thinking about when I was going into the portal. And so I was like, all right. So I crossed that off my list. Oregon hit me up. And a couple other things that I was thinking about, like Arizona State and Utah. So those schools were some of the schools that I was really thinking about. I really wanted to be out west. To sort of showcase what I can do just based off the concepts that they were doing was kind of relative to what the NFL were doing.
Was Herman Edwards at the Arizona State at that time?
He was, and they were a tad late, right around the time where I was about to commit to Oregon. That's when they hit me up, and it was kind of sad that they did, but that's just how things go.
I always think he has a major advantage of recruiting when he sits down in somebody's living room and he just says, "You play to win the game."
Right. I mean, he definitely has an advantage knowing that he has such a significant impact in the NFL. So that definitely can sway a lot of young people. So I mean, I'm actually happy for a lot of Arizona State because they got guys like Adam Brenneman. They have my old wide receiver coach that I was at Oregon, so they have a pretty good program that's going around.
So you go to Oregon, and let's see. So you graduate, and then you go to Oregon immediately.
So I was actually at Penn State for a little bit. I was at Penn State for half the semester, and so they go by quarter. So I actually ended up getting there during their quarter system. During their quarter system, I had to withdraw from my classes at Penn State. So I basically left in the middle of it, and then was at Oregon April 1st.
So you get to Oregon April 1st. Now, do they immediately throw you like 3,000 pieces of Nike equipment?
A little bit of that, in addition to the playbook, in addition to classwork. So all that is thrown at me at once, and now I have to learn a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm in the master's program, and then I'm thrown into a new playbook, and then I'm thrown into a whole new group of people that I've never met before. And so all of that in one day is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So give us a few differences from Penn State to Oregon right away in the program.
I mean, one that jumps out is the facility. I mean, the facility is second to none at Oregon. But I think as much as I learned from both, nothing is really different. I mean, the people are different, but just the way things are is different. I mean, two winning programs, they have very similar things because they're winning programs for a certain reason. I think that's what jumped out to me. I'm just like, man, this is just like Penn State. And the reason why is because they're both winning programs. They have elite guys, and they care for it. I think that was the two things that I got from it. I'm glad I went to Oregon rather than another school where they're not used to winning. They don't know how to treat guys and things like that. And so that's what I took from it the most.
So just backtracking real fast, talking to Franklin about leaving, was that difficult? You guys still have a good relationship?
Yeah, it was definitely difficult because he recruited me. I mean, I was his first class that he recruited. And so knowing that I was leaving, obviously it didn't go over well, but I think it was more of a respectful thing for both of us that, we came to a man that I was going here and that was that. Obviously, it was best for me to approach him first than for me to just put my name in the portal in itself. Obviously, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Randall because he trusted a 17, 18-year-old kid to come to his program to help him perform that. And I'll always thank him for that. And even thank him for the things that he's done for me. Even now, like me going to the Saints, I think even then he still had a tremendous impact on that because I've always been the same person, respectful, hardworking, and I think he wouldn't say anything different from that because he's an honest man like I know he is. And so that's why I always trust him. I always thank him for that.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And then at Penn State, then you also met your wife, correct?
Yeah. So I met my wife. It was her senior year, and it was my junior year. So yeah, that's when we met. And she actually ended up leaving a semester before me, and I was planning on leaving too. So she left to go back to California. That's where she's from. And then it was like a couple months after that, I ended up leaving, not because she was in California, but because I wanted to be at Oregon. It just so happened that we were close enough to see each other almost every week.
Where'd you guys meet? At the waffle shop?
No, we actually met at a Christian Bible study. So it's called Penn State Christian Athletics, and we met there with along with her friends, and it was kind of crazy how we met. And we met there, but we really started to talk at a party, and it was her first time at a party, and I approached her because I always wanted to talk to her. And so I talked to her then, and that's where we kind of hit it off. So I met her before, but I actually talked to her at a party.
Nice. So I graduated from Penn State in 2014, and my brother and I were involved in crew, which met in the hub.
Okay.
Yeah.
The hub is awesome, man.
Good stuff. Right. So let's see. You go to Oregon. You have an injury for the first few games, and then you play pretty well. And as everybody can go on YouTube if they want to watch the pro day. that one catch you have on the sideline, you jump and catch up. I mean, you were snatching some of those things, man. I want to know what, was there a lot of exposure there, or was that right at the beginning of quarantine, so there weren't a lot of scouts? Basically, what I'm trying to get at is I have no idea how the heck in 7 rounds Juwan Johnson isn't drafted in that stupid draft. But, hey, I mean, talk to us about the pro day.
Yeah, so the pro day was awesome. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of scouts rather, were pulled from the pro day. This was right when the quarantine was starting to hit. And we were deciding whether we were going to have it or not. And so we didn't get any messages. Like the night before, people were saying they were pulling scouts off the streets. And so I wasn't expecting a lot of people to be at the pro day. Obviously, it wasn't as many as anticipated, but there was a good amount of scouts. There was about 20 to 25 scouts there. So it was perfect. NFL Network was there. So everyone was still there in some sort of way, just to still connect. And we were able to have our pro day. And we were the last. Luckily, we were the last pro day to be held for scouts to be there. And and in terms of me not being drafted, I mean it happens. I think it's not more of me being mad or anything like that. I just think it adds not fuel to the fire, but it puts a chip on my shoulder, and that just leads me to grind even harder than what I am now. And it's more of my testimony more than just being tested.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things, the way God created us, man. When somebody counts us out for some reason, we're like, heck no, baby, I'm coming.
Absolutely.
I'm coming up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So when you're done at Oregon, do they give you a call and say, hey, you're invited to the combine, or who tells you that information?
Yeah. So usually you get an email, and so I got the email. So I was training in California, and another buddy of mine, his name is Kendrick Rogers. He was supposed to be going to the combine as well. He got an email, and he said, "Hey, I just got that email. I'm going to the combine. You get yours?" And so I'm looking for mine, and I got it. So we got it at the same time, and we was just like, man, like this is crazy going to the NFL combine. So it's usually through an email. You usually get it through an email, and then you have to sign a form and things like that. And you pretty much you can't tell anyone that you're going to the combine until it's announced. But that's pretty much it.
So when you go to Indianapolis, I want to know what restaurants you ate at.
Oh man, I don't. Man,
was St. Elmo's one of them?
No, we actually didn't eat at many because honestly, we didn't have a lot of time, to be honest with you. But we ate at a restaurant. We didn't eat at the Omni, but we ate at a restaurant that was at the site that we were staying. We just ate downstairs at the bar. So it was like wings or fries or something. So we didn't really, well, I mean, at least I didn't. I mean, I know a couple of other guys did, but honestly, I ate downstairs at the bar. I ate fries and wings almost every other night.
So my family, my cousins and my uncle and my brother, we all go to the Indy 500 every year in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And we eat at St. Elmo's. They have a famous shrimp cocktail. And whenever we eat there, they always say, every year a bunch of people from the draft come here and people, say you got to try the shrimp cocktail. So we all had the shrimp cocktail. So if you ever go back to Indianapolis, man, St. Elmo's, it's a steakhouse. If you like shrimp, I love shrimp.
I love shrimp.
The cocktail sauce has a ton of horseradish in it, and you're going to feel like you're dying for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
But it cleans you out, man. It feels good. It feels good.
Okay.
Shoot.
I'll go next time right now. All right, good.
Yeah. So just a recommendation from the zip code, man.
Okay. Appreciate that.
So,
I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, I just had somebody comment. My boyfriend loves that place. So I mean, hey, there you go. There you go.
Right.
I think also somebody said Sean Clifford was watching. So hey, man, if you're watching, come on the zip code. Great season, by the way, man.
Right. For real. That's my guy. I can definitely get him on.
There you go. Now we're talking. Yeah. Real fast, I want to take a quick break. Just say thank you to Sheets. Sheets run and done.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to Juwan. He likes Wawa. Once again, guys, we got Juwan Johnson here. He is going to be going with the New Orleans Saints, Juwan, I even wore this for you, brother. Look at this.
Man, I love it, man.
New
I
Orleans
love the
Saints
gold
colors.
and
I mean,
black,
come on.
man. I love the gold and black.
You know, I like the
Okay.
gold and black too because I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay. Terrible towels.
Yeah, baby. Terrible towel.
Terrible towels.
Yeah, so all right, let's keep
That's funny.
moving on. So you go to the combine. Sorry about that. That keeps pausing for some reason, but we'll figure it out. What kind of exposure do you get after the combine to pro day? You getting some calls from some teams? What are you feeling internally there?
Yeah, so I get a lot of calls. Really about who I am, where I came from, if I had any criminal records, which I don't, and things about if I've been involved with the law, which obviously I have. I think a lot of it is just knowing who you are. They're trying to get a good grasp of who you are. A lot of teams will have video interviews, just seeing how much you retain and how much you know about football. I think personally, I killed those interviews just because I love football, and I'll always be a student of the game. Even when I'm getting older, even after football, I think I'll analyze it as if I'm still playing. But I think they're just trying to get a grasp for who they're trying to invest in. And I think that's the biggest thing a lot of those guys were trying to do. Knowing that I was going to be a low-pick guy, they really wanted to see who I was and what I stood for. And I think I enjoyed the experience because I got to know more about myself and I got to control the process as I wanted to control it. And I didn't let them take me. I just was happy with everything that was given to me.
They talk about you trying to maybe change you to a tight end eventually.
Yeah, and that's where I was hovering around 234. Obviously, like I'm eating better now, but for a couple of weeks I had to hover around 230 because I had no idea whether I was gonna be at tight end or be at wide receiver. I mean, that's just a sacrifice I had to have. And so obviously I'm at the Saints. They want me at receiver, so I'm working hard right now and eating a lot better to be in good shape.
Yeah. And right now there's I think there's a great opportunity with the Saints. There's a bunch of stuff that, I'm reading. There's a bunch of people with tons of Saints fans that are obviously excited about picking you up. They're talking about your potential, all this stuff, which, hey, as Penn State fans, we know, right? I mean,
right.
I think what you should have done, and obviously, it's just my opinion, but
Yeah.
I think you should have talked to no one. You should have sent them your catch against Ohio State, your catch against Iowa, and just called it a day.
Yeah.
But hey, hindsight's 2020.
Right. Yeah, that would have been something.
So you're with the Saints. When can you talk about just getting that call after the draft? How quickly did that come? And were a bunch of teams calling you immediately?
Yeah. So usually I worked out something with the Saints before the fifth round even hit. We're just talking about the plans if I don't get drafted. Obviously, hoping I do get drafted. But if I don't, then the talks were that this was going to happen. I was going to be a Saint just based off the situation. Other teams posed an offer like the Titans and the Ravens, which were compelling, but it sounded more. It hit home for me to be with the Saints, just off a plethora of reasons, and I felt comfortable with the Saints. My brother was there, so him being there, I was like, man, like he's being with the Saints. Like he was just there 2 years ago, and knowing that, and knowing now, there's a couple of people that I already know, like the first round draft pick Cesar Ruiz, he's there, Jersey guy. Two of my teammates from Oregon are there, and my best friend from college is there, Tommy Stevens. So they're all there, and I have a good group knit of people that's with me. So I'm not here alone. So that's going to be even more fun just to spend time with those guys and win some football games.
Heck yeah, man. Not even counting the guys that back home from Jersey, but they got Gus Cumberlander, Oregon guy, Blake Gillikin, Penn State punter, Calvin Throckmorton, Oregon.
Absolutely.
Your guy Tommy Stevens.
Boy.
So I mean, it's basically like, hey, we interviewed this Juwan Johnson guy. He's a heck of a guy, has a great personality, blah blah blah. And then they go, let's pick up everybody he's ever played with. Right.
Right. Right. Literally. Literally.
one big happy family. So you're not going to be
That's funny.
bored in knowledge,
Honestly.
as they say.
Right.
So, real fast, want to thank Sheets for the banner and the giveaways, and also they're giving a bunch of free kids lunches every single day. So, thanks to Sheets. Want to get back with Juwan Johnson here. He's a New Orleans Saint, and we're going to get into one of the games real fast, Juwan, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
So, I know one of the things, rookie football. Like you come in, they're going to probably give you a hard time, all this stuff. So I'm here to kind of, bridge that gap for you. So I'm going to name some of these guys, and I want to see if you can and just tell me what college they went to. And this way, if you don't know, I'll tell you, and then you're ahead of the game,
Okay.
All right, so Zach Wood, long snapper, New Orleans Saints.
Dang, I don't know.
Southern Methodist. That's very key. They're going to try to trick you probably. He's a long snapper.
Okay.
So Southern Methodist. All right.
Southern Methodist. Okay.
All right. Teron Armstead. He was the I think he was the NFL. Well, he was the Saints NFL Man of the Year for that team last year. But he's a tackle. Any idea what college he went to?
Armstead. Man, I don't know.
All right. This is a very well-known college. Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I definitely want to figure that out.
Yeah, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Dude, I'm telling you, if this happens, the zip code is coming in the clutch here.
All right. Yeah. You guys definitely coming in clutch for sure.
Okay. Couple more. Just a couple more. Deontay Harris, wide receiver.
I don't know.
Another well-known college here. Assumption College. Assumption College. Yeah. All right. Last one. Jason Vanderlaan, tight end.
I don't know. Don't know.
Hey, last one, very well known. Ferris State.
Yeah,
Ferris State. I believe I had to look that one up earlier when I was doing a little bit of research.
Really?
That's in Michigan somewhere, man.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Ferris State.
Yeah.
All right. So eventually, hopefully you become a friend of the zip code. You go through training camp and everything with New Orleans Saints, and then
I'll thank you.
Then you'll thank us.
And I'll thank you.
Show.
For sure.
All right. So that was just some trivia. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Armstead, very well known. Arkansas Pine Bluff. I wonder. I've never heard of that in my life.
I've never heard of that before. I never heard of any of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So before we get to just a couple more questions in the last game I want to do with you, what's it like picking an agent? I mean, are there guys calling you, all these different agencies saying, "Hey, we want to meet with you," or did you know a person? What's that process like? We have no idea.
I think I'm good with reading a lot of people, and I think their intent is the biggest thing for me, and I think the words that they say come second. I think when people are talking, saying that I can do this for you, I can do that for you, it turns me off immediately, because a lot of things I can do for myself. Like for the times that I know a lot of agents will say, I can get you into this, I can get you into this round. I have done this for this guy. But the thing is, I don't need a lot of things done. I just need you to be my agent and also have a personal relationship, obviously, because I'm really based off relationships. But a lot of things I just need help with off the field. I'm good with the things that can be done on the field. That's my job. I can't have you do two jobs for me. I can't have you play football for me. The only thing that I would need you to do is to do the things that handle the things off the field, which is conducting a contract for me and things of that nature, and speaking things in layman terms. So if things sounds a little different to me, I need you to break that down for me in layman terms. And so a lot of guys can misconstrue that by saying, "Oh, I can do this for you. I can get you into this contract." I'm like, it's just too much, and I think I could read through a lot of that, and so that's what I've seen through all of it.
Yeah, I can only imagine all the quote unquote sales pitches that all these guys are coming at you with, and that's probably got to be so annoying.
It's crazy. It is crazy, but the thing is, like, I just want a lot of guys. I think that's why a lot of guys leave their agencies, is that they don't see through it, and then they see a different guy when they meet them. or when they actually get them, or when they sign papers saying that they're their agent. And it's sad, but you need to have a genuine person. And I think I found my guy in AJ Vaynerchuk and Vayner Sports, and those guys are very genuine guys that I can see through all of that.
Great to hear. Great to hear. Yeah, I think, no matter what you're buying these days, the millennials don't want to be, I don't want to be sold to.
Right.
We can see right through it. This isn't like, somebody's coming to my grandma's doorstep back in the 40s trying to sell a vacuum cleaner.
Literally.
It's not like that anymore. Like,
right.
Be yourself, build a relationship with people, and then if something works out, great. If it doesn't, we don't need your hate mail or your hate speech, whatnot, or coming at us with all these different angles about why we should have chose you. You're still the best. All this is just don't need it.
Honestly.
So, well, good to hear, and glad you found a good dude. And I think those are great points. And some people just commented right now, they're glad that you were able to speak to that, because a lot of us don't know what that process is like at all.
Right. Yeah.
So awesome. Let's get to the favorite segment of the show. It's called Rapid Fire. I'm going to throw a bunch of questions at you, and if you could answer them as fast as possible, that would be great. Many guys on the interview before, they've grabbed a Gatorade towel and a water because they sweat through this. So just you're clutch, you're cool, you're calm, collected. You've been in big moments. So
right. All right, let's get it.
So here we go. Buckle up.
All
right. Most satisfying college football victory.
Ohio State.
Amen. Hardest college football loss.
Ohio State.
Amen again. Best college football atmosphere.
Penn State.
Amen. You're 3 for 3. Best college football jerseys.
Oregon.
Loudest game you've ever played in.
Whiteout.
Favorite Disney movie.
Ooh, Princess and the Frog.
One Saints player that you're most excited to meet.
Drew Brees.
Last time you signed an autograph.
A couple days ago.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Soup or salad?
Salad.
Afternoon games or night games?
Night games.
Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Book or a movie?
Book.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, props, dude. I can't say that for myself. Besides the morning devotional, man, with the Bible, I can't say I've been reading much. But hey, if you're gonna read a book, though, that's the book to read.
Right.
Singing or dancing?
Dancing.
Most talented teammate you've ever played with?
I'm gonna go Saquon.
Amen.
Last
show or movie you watched?
Oh man. Last show or movie I watched. What was the last show we watched here? What was the last show we just watched?
Little Fires Everywhere.
Okay, Little Fires Everywhere.
There you go. You're being docked 2 points because you needed assistance, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Favorite sports movie?
Oh, remember the Titans.
Oh, by the way, if your wife is there, I want to get to a segment where we talk about that 40-yard dash in that one YouTube video, if that was done yet or not. So just saying.
We got to get you in a 40-yard dash.
Favorite fast food restaurant in Eugene?
Ooh. Yeah. Hot Mamas.
Favorite fast food restaurant in State College?
Chick-fil-A.
One hobby besides football?
Reading.
One thing you're bad at?
Oh, man. Math.
Least favorite away stadium?
Purdue.
Don't tell that to Drew Brees, man. Where will the zip code be in 5 years?
Wow. I can't say that. Don't know yet.
TBD, but we're going to be riding this Juwan Johnson interview for the waves of this for a long time, man. All right, hey, and with that, you've just passed the rapid fire round of the zip code, Juwan. So congratulations.
Absolutely, thank you.
Couple things. Every time I watch or even think about Remember the Titans, what a beautiful message that is with races coming together and being one. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
So I love that. One other thing I wanted to get to, if I caught a pass I kicked in high school, and then I was going to kick in college. Actually, I went to the Penn State walk-on in 2013. We didn't even kick any balls, so I didn't make it, obviously. But so I have no real wide receiver experience. But for those of the viewers right now on the Zip Code and myself, if I went to catch a pass from a D1 quarterback or an elite quarterback, would I break my fingers?
No.
Because you hear those stories like Donald Driver from Brett Favre, he broke a finger, and then you look at that one video with J.J. Watt with Peyton Manning in the Pro Bowl, like he basically ripped his finger off, and those balls hitting your gloves during that pro day, man, like they're slapping so hard from Herbert.
Yeah, I don't think it's they're gonna break your fingers. I just think there's a defender that causes the break. I think a defender causes the break. I think it being a contact catch causes a break. I don't think you're on routes on there and it's like a breaking of a finger.
So you're saying I could potentially catch a pass without breaking my finger?
Oh, without a doubt.
Wow, that's good news, man. That's good news. So last but not least, we'll get to before we go, we'll get to the YouTube channel. That is what is it Johnson Fam?
Yeah, Johnson Fam.
Okay, so for those of you that are watching, you can go to the YouTube channel Johnson Fam. Eventually, you can hopefully see Juwan's wife run a 40-yard dash.
Oh yeah.
Maybe go through the whole combine process.
Oh yeah.
But another question for you: that video where you guys, congratulations on getting married, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
The fresh striped shirt, was that what you wore during the wedding?
Oh, bless you. That's what I wore.
That is nice, man.
That's what I wore. Appreciate it.
That is nice.
That's what I wore. I actually got that a little after I came back from the Rose Bowl. And so I got that shirt. I said, Shannon, I really like this shirt. And she said, get it. And so I kept it, and I just wore it for the wedding. I was like, I'm going to wear this for the wedding. And so I wore it.
Heck yeah. That thing's amazing. I need to find myself a nice little bowling shirt like that. It's retro. It's clean.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Nice. Yeah. So, man, we want to just everybody from the Zip Code. We hope down the road you'll be a friend of the show. The Zip Code's just getting up and rolling, and want to wish you best of luck. Want to thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
And there was something else that I was hopefully going to get to. I'm trying to think before I let you go. I don't know if it was Saints or what it was, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah. No, there's a question that was on Instagram. I'm sorry. The one guy commented and said there was a little scuffle after the Rose Bowl. He wanted to know what that was about. Was there a scuffle after the Rose Bowl?
I don't think so. Or at least I don't remember one.
Okay. And then his follow-up question was, what did it feel like winning the granddaddy of them all?
Man, it definitely felt great. Definitely losing in Penn State was bitter. Because the thing is, the game was so crazy, back and forth, and then you end up losing those games. It's tough. But then going back to the Rose Bowl and winning is it's crazy. It would have been even worse for me if we went back and we lost again. So it would have been bad. But we won, so I'm gonna be grateful for that.
We got one more question. This question is actually from my mom. Look at her doing her due diligence. What does the fall schedule look like with the Saints? Do they say anything?
We don't find out yet. I think the schedule comes out tomorrow, I believe. So I think we'll find out what everything happens tomorrow and see what happens.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, folks, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, big thanks to Juwan Johnson. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Make sure you look him up on his YouTube channel. Him and his wife, they're good people. They're honest. They keep it real, which is great to see. We wish a ton of luck to you, Juwan. You don't need luck, man. Just go get them. Have that underdog mentality.
Absolutely.
And if you guys can follow the zip code on Instagram. If you can go to our YouTube channel, the zip code, if you can subscribe to us, we're going to be releasing a bunch of videos. We're hopefully going to be going to keep getting more athletes on. As you guys know, we try to make these interviews as entertaining as possible, so they're not these boring interviews.
Absolutely.
Can you speak to that, Juwan? Was this a boring interview?
Yeah, man, it was a great interview. I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty tired of the weird and boring interviews, but this is definitely a great one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Keep it up.
Appreciate that, man. All right, everybody. Juwan Johnson, huge thanks to him for coming on the show. And as I say every show, my hometown, we love you, Shenango Valley. We'll see you guys soon. Juwan, thanks, man. Best of luck.
Absolutely. Take care.